Hey y'all, this is Chiquita One just getting back to you. You're probably going to be hearing a little crickling noise because I'm using my laptop and I haven't had a chance to get a web camera yet. So, and it's been a while since I've made an update and I just kind of wanted to get it done and over with. It is about 1:08 in the morning and the house is quiet and it's kind of nice, but I'm going to be paying for it in the morning. It's been 2 months, 2 weeks, and a few days since my surgery. Before I started my liquid diet, my weight was at 208.8, and my weight today is 168.8. I have, for some reason, I always end up at point 0.8. Kind of weird. My week has been kind of unchanged until like yesterday. It was stuck at 168.8 or all week. It'll go down 168, 167, 168, 167, 168, 167. And yesterday my husband kind of worked my tail off with doing cardio, and he helped me out with working out with the weights. And this morning I got on the scale and it was 2 pounds down. I hadn't really been doing much all week, really. So, I mean, I kind of know why I haven't really been losing much. It's because I haven't been very active in the past 2 weeks. I've been trying to stay active, but I don't. I end up getting too busy or preoccupied with something, and then time seems to slip from me, and by the time I want to try to get to working out, I have to do something else. So that's how it's been. Anyways, though, I went to see my doctor this last week, and I personally hadn't thought about goal weight because of the fact that I just hadn't really realized the concept of what a goal weight should be, I guess, because of the fact that I was just always lying about my weight, or never thought that my weight would go down, or ever thought that I could be a low weight ever again. So I never really thought about that because it's just something that's kind of like a far thing from your head, or from my head. So my doctor's goal weight, well, he didn't even think that I should even focus on a goal weight. Neither did my husband. He doesn't think that I should focus on a goal weight either, because of the fact that they just prefer that I be healthy and eating right and exercising, and that's what the purpose of this tool is, just to be eating right and becoming healthy by exercise. But he did mention a number, and he said it would be 125. Now, if you recall, I am only 4'11". I lie on my driver's license and say that I'm 5 foot because my size is like 4'11 1/4. So I just put 5 foot. It's kind of easier for me that way. 5 foot, yeah. And 125, it was just like, are you serious? When I talked with my husband, me and him kind of had discussed a goal weight before we went to the doctor's office, and he kind of feels that, a woman should have a little weight on her and not be stick thin. So we kind of thought that 130 a good weight to be, that we both felt it would be healthy. Throughout my life, as I got bigger and bigger, I used to lie about my weight, or I would tell myself that I didn't want to be thin, or I didn't want to lose weight, or I liked being thick, because of the fact that I kind of knew that I wasn't going to ever be going down. So I would just tell people, well, I don't like being skinny, or I don't want to be skinny, because to me, skinny means to be sickly. But it wasn't I doing whatever I was doing to my body being sickly? I would think so, because I wasn't eating right, I wasn't exercising, I wasn't active. I have a family history of addiction on both my sides, my father's and my mother's side, and I was so preoccupied with their addiction that I did not realize that I had a food addiction of my own until I started seeing a psychiatrist, and acknowledging that when I become emotional or when I have hard times or when I have issues, um, I head for the food. Another thing is, I don't want to consider these excuses, but I just know some of the signals and signs. Certain times in my life, I was skinny because of the fact that I was poor, extremely poor, and I would rather have my children eat than me eat, and I sacrificed for them. And it was just kind of weird when I noticed some pictures of me. I noticed that I was really thin is when it was times that I was really, really poor in my life, and I was feeding them more than I was feeding me. But now that another thing is that I realize when you are better off and you have been really poor, you have a tendency to overconsume because of the fact that in your mind you think that you might be poor again and not be able to eat that way again. And I was talking to somebody who, he's kind of older, and he eats like it's, an obsessive compulsive thing, and he eats, and I have questioned why he eats like that. And he also mentioned the fact that back in the days, they lived so poor that there was times where they didn't eat at all, and so when they did get a chance to eat, they overconsumed because of the fact that they might not have ever gotten a chance to eat like that again. So mentally he still lives like that, but he's fine with it, so I don't know, whatever. But I realize I do the same thing. So it's in between my food addiction and having binge eating when I have emotional issues. And because I'm a very emotional woman, and have a history of addiction within my family, that's one of the first things I ran to. And then another thing is another part of that is the poorness, and not into being able to eat a certain way when you're poor, and then when you do have money and you have that ability to buy and eat whatever you want, you overdo it. You never think about healthy, you never think about anything like that. You just think about when is the next time I'm going to be able to drink a Dr. Pepper if I'm poor, or eat a whole bunch of Reese's, and if I'm poor, then what's going to happen next? So I also thought of food in that way, I guess. Eating has been kind of hard for me this past month, and this month it's been a little more emotional for me because of the fact that March 10th has been 6 years since my mom passed away, and it still feels like it was yesterday. And being away from family and being away from home and not having very many people to talk to, it's kind of hard to vent that emotion. And this month, April 15th, is her birthday. So I still think about her. And I think about her more so now that my sister passed away now in November of the same issues. And I have like a family history of that in my life, where my grandma passed away of alcohol addiction, my mother passed away of alcohol addiction, my sister passed away of alcohol addiction. And November was kind of hard because she passed away, but I was trying to be there for my nieces and nephews as best as I can because of the fact that they're so young. And then coming back and thinking about that with my kids and with my addiction and the way I eat and stuff, seeing my nieces and my nephews very my sister, their mother, at such a young age. I just don't want that for my kids to have to bury me at a young age when something like that could have been prevented. I mean, I tried my hardest to encourage my mother, even my grandmother and my sister, to stop their addiction and better their life before it was too late. And as much as you try to be there for somebody with their addiction, you still have to realize that it's still their choice, and it has been my choice to try to make myself healthy. And I'm on the path to that. Anyways, though, again, my weight is at 166.8. I've been working out as much as I could, as much as I can this week. I've been working out and going to school. I just finished my Mod A class, which is medical terminology and anatomy. And all the whole class, I had a B up until the end, and I finally finished off with a 99% A. So I'm pretty proud of that. My next class is going to be professionalism in the workplace, and I'm looking forward to that because I'm really trying hard to be more professional in my life as I grow older. Even though I started late, I'm still trying to do what I can and be a professional, a respected professional, and not use or have anything as an excuse as to why I cannot be a productive person in my life. So, as each day passes, I am trying harder and harder to better myself in several different ways. And it's just hard because I feel like I'm doing it alone. I don't really have family members. I have my husband, but sometimes we have a little bit of hard times, and then because he's the most influential person in my life, and when we are not getting along for a moment in time, I really feel so alone. But I just gotta keep moving forward. So this is my update for now, and sorry about the noise. I hope you could hear me fine. It's dark and I'm kind of tired, and I'm wearing my big baggy San Francisco shirt just to be comfortable. But I will update you again hopefully sometime this week when I get a chance, and I will give you a before and kind of after picture for right now. And I will talk to you later. Remember, always embrace love. LOV.